That's a sudden start. Welcome to the Pushing Buttons podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Second one in video form. This is in our echoey studio. It's echoey for right now, but
it's a new place, but we're gonna call it home soon.
It's
Robert already
always
calls it
home.
home, actually.
I do. I live in the studio.
Anyway, welcome to the Pushing Buttons podcast, the weekly. Not weekly. The podcast, the video game podcast.
Bi-weekly.
That we talk about our
sir.
ideas, opinions, concepts, and experiences in the video game industry. My name's Kevin.
My name's Robert.
I'm Kyle.
Hi. And once again, we're going to be probably talking to the camera a lot, like
Yeah, I gotta
making
practice that. That's
visual
hard.
things. So if you're listening on CastBox or iTunes, after you click the subscribe and like buttons, watch us on YouTube because we're kind of ridiculous on camera. We're like grown
It
men.
can be entertaining.
We're grown men that still aren't used to this, like the green screen thing. By the way,
Lightsaber fingers.
this background, Super Mario Odyssey. If you haven't played it,
Oh,
play
that's
it.
a good game.
Yeah, it is a good game.
It is.
Today we're going to be creating our Mt Rushmore of video game characters, interpreting that however we want. It was
Totally
a-
prepared for it. Absolutely.
but before we get to that, what have you guys been up to? Who wants to start?
Not me. I'm not prepared.
What have you been up to?
Well, I've been moving past couple weeks, so I've been
Yes,
really
congrats.
busy with that. Thank you. But it afforded us the opportunity to have a better space to record, hopefully.
More space.
But yeah, so I haven't been playing many games. I've been playing more Assassin's Creed. I feel like it just keeps going and going
That's
and going.
That's a Ubisoft
Like the
game.
Energizer
Yeah.
Bunny?
Yeah, it feels like it's longer than Origins, though. But I'm still loving it, so I can't complain. I did start playing Celeste a couple nights ago.
Oh!
I did, yeah.
Nice.
Holy crap. Are you serious?
Yeah. Yes.
You told me you didn't play it earlier today.
I thought you were being sneaky because you can see what I play on Xbox Live. We're X-Bros, remember?
I don't follow you like you do.
You don't stalk me?
I know you stalk me. That's why I don't stalk you
I
back.
don't stalk.
He ain't no stalker back, boy.
No, the truth is I've been playing Xbox a lot lately.
Nice.
Actually, that's
I
a
need to
lie. I
back up
have
and
been.
get out of this so the X-Bros can... I was just...
X-Bros!
For you
I
video
love that
watchers.
visual, man.
You podcast-only listeners are missing out. But
Yes,
the
indeed.
first thing I was really impressed with is I never got to see like the beginning of it or anything. I just jumped in on your streams when you were just doing B-sides like
Yeah.
over and over again. But the presentation and even like the layout of the menu and like going to the different chapters and stuff was really like cool looking and really well thought out, and I really enjoyed it. I like
got
the
a really
aesthetic
high
of
The
it.
presentation of the presentation of the story itself is it's well delivered.
Mhm.
If that makes sense.
Absolutely.
I went through. I think I'm only on like maybe the second or third level.
Chapter.
Chapter.
Yeah.
But yeah, enjoying the music, enjoying the visuals. I did put some of the assists on because I could already tell I was getting.
No shame in that.
It's
That's
a
why they put-
hard game
it really
for the
is.
first playthrough. Like, I
Yeah,
was
and especially-
shocked.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Especially for me,
No
I
offense
don't,
taken.
I don't particularly like games where you have to replay something over and over or keep trying to get the same part.
Right.
And so I put those on because I do want to experience the story and see it through. So that'll help me hopefully finish it.
Nice.
So
Oh, quick aside for you YouTube
Oh, yeah, you
watchers. This logo right here, the Pushing Buttons logo, that's not just a logo that I just put on the screen. That's actually a laptop case that my fiance had made for me for Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
it's a very
Freaking
thoughtful
cool.
gift.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about that for a second. Anyway, sorry.
Best fiance ever right there for you.
It's very specific, but also accurate.
Well, yeah. I try to be as accurate in my everyday life as possible.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Totally.
Celeste or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, so that's the only gaming I've done. I did, and this is what I want to talk to Kyle a little bit about.
Oh.
Is I watched Black Mirror Bandersnatch
Oh,
on
nice!
Netflix last night.
Nice.
Cool,
Well,
dude.
I guess watch / play.
Interacted with.
Yeah.
I was going to bring that up on my What Have You Been Up To segment as well.
Nice.
So, cool. I'm glad you did that.
Yeah, I finally got around to it. I had some time last night, and it was really cool. I hope Netflix does more of them. I know they've done like a couple kids shows like that.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
I kind of want to play those. As creepy as that sounds, I love Choose Your Own Adventure, especially.
I think it was like a Puss in Boots one from like Shrek.
Gotcha.
And they did something like that. But yeah, it was really cool, and I don't know if we want to put spoilers on here or not, but I'm curious what ending you got, Kyle.
Let's not talk about that for right now.
Okay.
I'll just
Are
say
you gonna eventually?
I got all the endings.
Okay.
That's
I watched the
kind
whole
of
thing.
that's kind of how I plan on doing it
Yeah.
too, is to get everyone.
Because, and the thing is, like, it'll like have like a where you fail or whatever, and then you have to go back.
Yeah,
so
you
you
like
get
get lines.
multiple endings kind of throughout
Yeah.
until you get to the final, like where the credits roll.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it was, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I hope they do more
It
like
was
that,
really
especially
fun.
with Black Mirror. It really worked with that particular like series
Yeah.
and what it's known for.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was my first time ever doing like a Black Mirror thing, like seeing it.
You've
So
never watched
I've
the
been
show?
telling you, you would
I
really
watched the
enjoy
first
that show.
episode and I loved it. Like I want to keep watching
That
it.
first one's a trip.
Yeah. It is.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't believe you haven't watched more of it. That seems like right up your alley. Is
I know. I've been busy with personal stuff.
Yeah.
Work.
Makes
Work's
sense.
been rough.
Yeah,
past
there's
couple weeks.
some episodes that are just all right, but some episodes are just really great.
Yeah, that first episode was really trippy. Yeah. Like being able to watch your memories back and stuff. Like that was crazy. Wait, was that not the first episode?
Mm-mm.
Oh, in the queue it was for Netflix.
The first episode is the one with the Prime Minister.
Oh, that was the next episode.
thought
I haven't seen it yet though.
I remember there being.
But the way
I
Netflix
thought it was
has
the one with the Prime Minister. It was the first episode.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I just
And the pig.
did something wrong.
There was a pig involved.
there is a pig involved.
There's a pig involved.
I gotta rewind and redo that choice, I guess.
Yeah, it's definitely up your alley, Kyle.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy it.
I need to watch it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's basically been my week.
Do you want to go? Or do you want me to go?
I think you should go, Kevin.
I should go.
You should.
Go.
You should go.
And speak. No, not go. I'll be taking this stuff with me. This is my laptop. What have I been up to? I started a new series on our YouTube channel.
You did.
I did. It's called Have You Played, where I play an indie game that maybe not a lot of people have played, and you guys probably have not.
I haven't.
No,
And
I haven't.
the one that came out the day we're recording this, last Friday, Our Darker Purpose. That's an interesting one because I didn't really enjoy that game the first couple of times I played it, but I started enjoying it when I was recording that video for it. And I played Rack before that, which is a cel-shaded first-person shooter. I'm just going through my library, picking games that I've played before that I kind of want to jump back into and show off, and yeah, it's fun stuff.
Very awesome.
It is awesome. You're right. Nice. Yeah. Other than that, what have I been doing? Have I been playing?
You've been editing the podcast.
I didn't really do much of that. It's taken forever to upload now. Now that we're in video,
Yeah.
the last episode took 25 hours, 26 hours
Wow.
to upload.
That's insane.
Yeah. So I'm not looking forward to that. That's gonna be like a day every 2 weeks, just gone.
Mm.
But at least I don't have to actively be there to do that. Have I played video games? Ashley and I did a co-op stream of Isaac.
You did?
I've been playing a lot of Isaac
I
by
was hoping
myself.
you'd bring that up. That was fun to watch.
It was fun
I
to
enjoyed
play.
the hell out of it.
No worries if you guys watched that and heard how it ended with me just saying pray for us and then cutting the stream early.
Yeah, that was pretty bleak.
Yeah, we had a really bad windstorm, and
Yeah,
last
it was
time
awesome.
we had a weather thing like that was that bad. My monitor died.
That's right.
Power
That
went
was
out,
bad.
my house, and the monitor died, so I had to unplug everything because I can't trust surge protectors anymore, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So I unplugged everything and just kind of sat in a cold, dark. No, it wasn't cold or dark because we still had electricity, but yeah.
It was like the very top of Celeste Mountain. You just like in the cold.
That game meant a lot to you, didn't it?
It really did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been spending my past couple weeks watching GDQ.
I wasn't done yet. I've also
What's that up there?
I've also been watching AGDQ.
Hey, me too. What a coincidence!
I don't watch much of that, and I haven't gone back and watched any of the VODs, but I've been watching some of it live as it's going on. I watched the Crash Bandicoot 2 from the Insane Trilogy run, which was
Oh, I watched bits of that.
that was nuts.
Yeah.
I watched quite a bit of Cuphead.
That was a great one.
Bits of random
Really
other
fun.
games. Super Mario 3 mix, Super Mario Bros. 3 mix.
Mm-hmm.
That was interesting because I'd never seen that version of the game before, the fan-made version of SMB3. Yeah, AGDQ, great.
It's been a good one this year.
It's not just...
Fantastic so far.
Oh, I watched the Splatoon... Did you watch the Splatoon 2 one?
I did watch that one.
Okay.
That was great too.
The dude doing that run was...
He was charismatic.
Highly entertaining.
Yeah, he owned it.
When I first started watching that, though, and I was listening to the guy talk, because he's a guy that... kind of like me, who has to be the loudest person in the room, has to be the one talking the most.
Oh yeah, and it didn't. I mean, it helped him a lot that he had 3 chicks behind him in the couch.
He had
That was nice.
Three girls that actually were talking quite a bit with the audience actually physically there and kind of interacting with people when they were donating and stuff. And he ended up doing the floss dance for like 6.5 minutes straight.
Oh yeah, that was.
I recently
I remember
learned
that.
how to do that.
He said that
that
if somebody donates $100 right now, I'll do the floss, and there are like 5, 6, 7 people that donated all right back to back. So he just flossed for 6 minutes straight.
That was a highlight of the whole marathon.
It was
so far.
It was fun. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was great. I really want to go there one year.
I'd
be fun.
I like watching speedruns sometimes. I get more into watching races, which are, I think it's just because of the drama behind a race versus just watching somebody try to beat the clock by themselves. But I'm not big on the idea of like watching AGDQ for more than a few different games that I'm interested in. For me, it's more like, oh my god, they're donating so much money to the Prevent Cancer Society Cancer Foundation.
That's great.
It's
that
incredible.
Gaming is such a high platform.
When you see how many hundreds of
incentives.
thousands of dollars that GDQ donates every year between GDQ and SGDQ, it's nuts. It's something that I've always wanted to do myself. I know I'll never get to those numbers.
Well, hey, maybe we'll have like a pushing buttons
Someday.
foundation.
That would be awesome. There are a lot of charities out there that I really want to donate to. The MS Society, anything that helps stray dogs and cats or animals, stuff like that. I've always wanted to do charity stuff, but yeah, that's a goal. Anyway, Kyle, what about you?
Well, you won't believe this, but I've been watching AGDQ. What? Amazing, huh? So along with Cuphead, I watched the Celeste speedrun.
I haven't watched that yet.
That was insane. Like, I don't think you should watch that yet. Because you'll be like, I'm never going to be that good at this game. And that's the exact same thought I had.
99.5% of people are never going to be that good at that game. It's just the 0.5% that are speedrunners.
The guy was like,
I don't care about being that good, anyways.
Did he just do the main game, or did he do the B-sides and C-sides?
He did, yeah, everything.
Oh, wow.
He didn't collect the strawberries, but he did all the main stages and then the B-sides and the C-sides. It was insane.
That is crazy.
Watching him destroy that game, I was like, wow. Totally blown away. I was like, just in awe of awesomeness.
Aw. Sorry, I just wanted to say awe in a different way. Oh, by the way, representing Shovel Knight. Yeah.
Was there a speed run for that this year?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I know there was one for Crypt of the Necrodancer. I think that might be...
That was kind of weird.
Oh, did that already happen?
It did.
Okay.
The guy was kind of funny because everyone was like clapping really loud. And he's just like turning around. He's like,
"This is a rhythm-based game.
I need absolute silence." Like it was kind
It was
of cringy.
Spooty Biscuit, wasn't it?
I think so.
I think it's Spooty Biscuit
That
was the
sounds
one
right.
doing it.
That
Yeah,
sounds right, yeah.
He's a big racer in the Crypt of the Necrodancer online racing league, which is Condor, what it's called. He's one of the better ones there. He's probably being mostly facetious, just trying to get a rise.
I
out
know,
of
but
the crowd.
it was funny moment though.
It's a rhythm-based game. Of course, if people are clapping, you're going to start playing to the rhythm of their
Yeah.
claps.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it makes sense.
Well, Robert, I saw Aquaman. You were absolutely right. It was an incredible movie. Thank you.
Very entertaining.
My girlfriend and I loved it. It was super awesome. I love the scene where they're. I guess I shouldn't spoil it, huh?
I haven't seen it, and I'm guessing not all of them have either. It's
You will
still
have to
pretty
stay
new.
tuned
A lot of
for the
people have.
Marvel. Oh wait, they're not Marvel.
They're not Marvel.
It felt
Whoops.
a little like a Marvel movie, though.
It did. It really did. That's what made it fun. And I saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
I want to watch
That
that.
I'm jealous about. I still haven't
No.
been able to see it.
Yeah, don't.
You guys would love that.
I might be
Yes.
seeing it next week. By the time this airs, I might have seen it already.
I hope so.
I might try to see it Monday or Tuesday.
Nice.
Yeah.
fantastic. You guys would love that movie.
I'm
It's
sure.
so fun.
I'm sure.
And oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna get into the main topic.
Oh, well, I actually have something else. I was playing Red Dead Redemption 2 again.
Wow.
I picked it up a little bit.
Cool.
Yeah, I got to chapter 4, Saint Denis, the main city, I guess. I mean, it's not like this. It's all cloudy and smoggy and disgusting.
I mean,
Swampy.
it's all cloudy over here.
Yeah, I mean, if I stand up here,
swamp clouds, so it's different. These are nice looking clouds.
I mean,
Okay,
that's pretty much the opposite of.
This is like a paradise.
Yeah. This is like where you retire. I guess that's the whole point of where Mario's going to go. It's a Mario backdrop.
We may have mentioned that. Okay.
Oh, I played A Way Out with my brother.
Yeah, you did.
That was fun.
You didn't finish it though.
Well, no, because we had time crunches. Because you guys were about to stream.
We weren't gonna stream until you were done.
Oh.
But we were still making
Missed
dinner
opportunity.
when you quit.
I see.
Well, that's okay.
But I love that game. It was fun. Especially with my brother. I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of cool moments in that Twitch stream. Check it out.
Twitch.tv/pushing buttons.
Yeah. That's it. I'm done. I'm
For
bailing.
that-
Bye, guys.
Later.
See you.
Nice to see ya.
2 weeks.
The main topic of today's episode, 20 minutes after we start, was we are going to be talking about the 4 video game characters that we would put on a Mount Rushmore of video games. If you're not in the United States and don't know what Mount Rushmore is, which I'm pretty sure most people that aren't here know more about our country than we do about theirs, but Mount Rushmore is the founding fathers of America, and I wanted to get into a discussion on how we would each interpret a Mount Rushmore for video game characters, not people that are involved in the video game industry, just the characters in the video games themselves. And I want Kyle to start off.
Yeah, I'm totally prepared for this, by the way.
I know. That's why I'm wanting you to start off, because of how excited you are.
Well,
about
I'm
your
going to
choices.
go a little bit off the wall.
As long as you explain
little
yourself
bit.
as you're going.
Left to the center of the screen.
But you're on the right side of the screen. I pointed to our right, but you're on the right side of the screen.
Not if you mirror the video prior to uploading it. Nobody would ever know.
Except that part where it says pushing buttons, it would say Guinness
Oh, I got caught red-handed.
snot tub. It's a snot tub. That's buttons backwards.
Snot tub. Oh,
Snot
that.
tub.
Wow.
Snot tub.
It really does say
Anyway,
that.
off the wall crazy. A little bit to the right or left.
Well,
Or left.
let's just get the
Right.
obvious out of the way, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put these guys on my Mount Rushmore.
Don't talk about them then, because we might have.
But that's
Talk about
why-
your Mount Rushmore.
Well, you can't have a Mount Rushmore of gaming without the Pong characters.
You can. I mean, I'm sure
What?
there are people that will.
Well,
It's-
Pong is like the first big video game that ever was released.
So is that your first?
Yeah, it'd be a ball with 2
Paddles.
paddles.
Got it.
Okay.
I mean, you can use your imagination and put them in different orientations.
As long as it's not 1 paddle, 2 balls. That could be a little risque.
Yeah. We interpret it many ways.
Yeah.
Well, with certain shapes of rock, one could, mistake the Pong characters.
This is already the first choice from the first person. It's already. We're talking about dicks. We're already talking about dicks.
It all comes back to dicks.
So
Well, I mean, it's the first main video game.
no, that makes sense.
And it's such a huge impact on culture back then. Not just one culture, but all cultures.
Oh, there it is. Hair.
I think I'm boring you.
I had hair. It was like doing this in front of my eye, and it was getting annoying.
And then
Doing this.
I think for the next one, it would be, I would say L Block from Tetris.
Okay.
I mean,
You're
L
going
Block's
off
the
the wall
most
here.
popular of all the Tetris blocks.
Oh, now I kind of want to get a poll going to see which one's the most popular.
What's your favorite Tetris block?
Like
Tetramino. I think people know what an L
block.
is.
There you go.
People know what an L is. Is that the one that's like this? Because that was totally in.
I don't know. I'm trying to make shapes. I'm having too much fun with the green screen. It's fun.
Kevin disappeared.
Kevin doesn't work here anymore.
And for
Hello.
the third one, that's a hard one. The third one's really important.
Yeah, if only we had like a week and a half to plan these things in advance.
Time is money. You know?
I did say you can interpret it any which way you want.
Well, I mean, these games are like the 4 pillars of greatness for the wall of video gaming.
Tetris and Pong so far, those have been time tested.
Yeah, those are like
proven
the true
games.
Foundations of everything we enjoy about games today.
Okay. That's
So I guess next would be Pac-Man.
okay.
He'd be the third one.
Waka 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 waka.
Yeah,
waka.
I mean, it was cool. I was so influenced by Pac-Man in high school. I drew comics of him. You remember that?
I didn't remember Pac-Man specifically.
I'd
I
like to
remember
see
the
those.
comics, and he probably still has them.
I do still have
Do you
them.
have? I want to see those.
Oh, you do?
I would like.
I
to see
kind of want to see him again.
I might have to.
You should like
Bust them out.
do a blog or something on our website
Oh.
and post them.
Yes,
Oh
pushingbuttonspodcast.com.
my god! I just had a brilliant idea.
And what would that be?
I could be a comic artist for the website.
Do you draw good?
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, I mean, it's up to interpretation.
Art is
Abstract.
subjective.
It's abstract.
Art is subjective, as is this topic for the.
I mean,
It's a paddle and 2 ping pong balls.
No, we've discussed it's 1 ball, 2 paddles. It's like my head and my arms.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 paddles.
1 ball and 2 paddles. Just like, you know.
So you got the pong.
Oh, check this out.
You're moving the hands to the side too. Watch on YouTube.
Please.
Watch on
please.
YouTube. We appreciate the Castbox listens too, though.
Oh,
honestly.
wait, I got one more.
Yeah, you do. That's only 3. So you got Pong, you got Tetris, you got Pac-Man. You got the Pong paddles and ball. You
All right.
got the Tetramino L,
Because
and you got Pac-Man himself.
because he is so unrecognized. Donkey Kong
Okay.
from the original Mario Donkey Kong game.
That was just called Donkey Kong.
It was called Donkey Kong.
From the original Mario Donkey Kong game. Before Mario was named
He would
Mario.
also be a head with 2 arms. Like, you know, because he's throwing the barrels.
Okay.
He'd be the one holding up the Mount Rushmore of gaming.
Okay. Would,
Have at it.
so let me ask you
Have
this:
fun.
would there be something from that Donkey Kong where it would throw actual barrels at people that are trying to view it and they have to jump over?
Oh, that'd be fun.
That'd be probably dangerous.
You give those people hammers, and then you know,
Let's just give everybody a hammer and see if they can jump over and whack a bunch of
I think
barrels.
I have a hammer here somewhere.
You got a wooden sword over there.
you got
I
lots of
have a
stuff
couple
over
wooden
here.
swords.
This is a cool place.
So you're founding members of the video game character community. I'm not saying that's
Well,
bad.
I mean, you specified the founding fathers.
I said it's open to interpretation, however you want to interpret
But
it.
these are the founding fathers, the 4 pillars of gaming as we know it today.
Okay. Do you want to go next?
Sure. I'll go next.
Yours are very good. They're very logical choices.
There-
God, I mean,
Yeah.
All he was looking for, folks, was my approval. That's all that matters to him. is my
That's all I
approval.
needed.
For what it's worth, I approve too.
Yes.
I'm so happy.
I just almost started singing Green Day. He said, "For what it's worth."
You have been singing that all week.
I didn't. Do
Not
it
that,
today.
but Green Day.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
that song actually.
Was it?
Yeah, I almost started. Just go.
Just-
I'm gonna start singing Green
All
Day
right.
You guys don't want that.
in my Green Day voice.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do a comic of it.
So I kind of went the opposite direction, I guess. I went with my personal.
Oh, you went
Mount
with the new
Rushmore.
founding fathers.
My founding fathers. If I was to build a Mount Rushmore of my own gaming,
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's why I said it's open to interpretation.
Oh man.
That's why I wanted you to go first, because you didn't plan, and you would get ideas based on what we did.
Yes.
So we did our job. You did not.
Well, I just did my job.
Boom, roasted.
But I did what I was tasked with. I came up with 4 founding fathers.
You did. Anyway,
So you can't give me anything.
I can give you mine, but I'm gonna let Robert go first.
I mean,
X
can't
gonna
give me-
give it to you.
you can't give me any shit.
I can. I'm not saying I should.
That can always be given.
Yeah.
Hey, it's up. Okay, go ahead. Sorry to interrupt you.
So, my first one, which I'm equating to George Washington.
Oh, you're
Oh,
equating
whoa.
him to
Yes.
to the founding
Is
fathers
it
that are
George
on.
Washington from Assassin's Creed 3?
No,
Is it really? Oh,
No.
I thought I guessed. I was like, wow, that's a good
no.
guess.
I thought you were doing that like that would have been such a better choice.
that's what I was going for.
Okay.
Not seriously, but
Right.
Yeah. My first one is Master Chief from Halo, because for me he's like George Washington because he was the first video game character that I really dug and got into, and I went through 3-4 games with him, and I was invested in his story, and he's badass.
I would argue he's like the founding father for Xbox.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
much so.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so yeah, he's got that. He's the leader, He started everything for me, and so that's why he's my George Washington, to the left. To the left.
I don't
All
even
right.
know what Mount Rushmore looks like.
See, I actually researched. So next,
That's great.
next is going to be, even though it's out of order on the actual Mount Rushmore, is my Abraham Lincoln is Nathan Drake, because he emancipated me from the whole of first-person shooters.
I like this.
I love this direction you're going.
And he got me into playing like more adventure games.
what the hell are you looking at?
I'm looking at the thing for your garage door. It looks like a cogged V.
Kevin, you weren't supposed to reveal that information to the audience.
No work while we're recording.
So
You're giving the behind the scenes info, man.
So your Abraham Lincoln is Nathan Drake because he emancipated you
Yeah.
from first person shooters. I like it.
Yeah, you got me into like broadening my horizons, I guess, and playing more adventure games. And like before, Xbox, I was playing Halo and like Call of Duty and stuff. And
Yeah.
then I got a PS3, and it's like it's a whole new world opened up.
A whole new
I'm glad you started doing
world.
it because I was going to start if you didn't.
Can you continue?
A new fantastic point of view.
I would try, but I haven't seen that movie in so long.
I just watched it a few
Well,
weeks
hey,
ago.
they're coming up with a live action one with Will Smith as the Blue Genie. Oh wait, he's not blue in this movie.
He's going to be blue. They just said that's his human form for parts of it.
You know, at the very beginning of Aladdin, they have
Will
the
Smith.
genie as the salesman.
Yeah. The CGI's not done yet, so they couldn't show him a picture as blue yet.
Anyway,
So yeah, and Nathan Drake is he's a pillar of the gaming community, I believe.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a badass beard goatee combo, or
Yeah,
a
me too.
stovepipe hat. But yeah, he's my second most important character, I guess.
nice.
Third one.
This is the important one.
Make
Make it count.
my Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah.
For no reason, actually, because I don't know. I didn't research Thomas Jefferson too much.
It's not fourth grade social studies.
Right. Commander Shepard from
Oh,
Mass Effect.
what does he look like, or her?
I always played with the base model of Shepard.
The male
Male
base
or
or the
female?
female?
Male base.
Okay.
Oh,
Because I always thought he looked like Jack from Lost.
Jack Shepard.
Matthew Fox.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And plus the name, so I was like, he looks cool. I'm going to play with him. So I played with him.
Man, what happened to Matthew Fox? He was awesome in Speed Racer.
Yeah, right?
I love that movie, and
Yeah.
he's like disappeared
good
after
movie.
that.
Speed Racer is my fourth one. No. But yeah, so he's another character that took me on a journey and is worthy of a spot on Mount Rushmore, even though it's a lot of it is just you informing the character rather than like Nathan Drake, where it's the character is the character. You're not really
I gotta remind myself of my list without you guys seeing
making
my
choices for it. Gosh, my fourth one I was kind of struggling with, but I'm gonna
Who's the fourth one? Teddy Roosevelt?
Theodore Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Geralt of Rivia from The
Whoa,
Witcher.
Witcher.
Because
Nice.
he's a manly man.
Very
He has a
gruff.
beard in the third game. He hunts animals. Teddy Roosevelt carried a big stick.
He's seen some things.
Yeah. Speak softly and carry a big stick. And Geralt definitely speaks softly and carries a big sword. A couple of them. And he's been important for my gaming life for a good part of a year or two now. So
Have you ever played
the most
Witcher 1 or
recent
2?
edition, but I played 2 a little bit.
Okay.
But it's really the third one that there was enough
Yeah.
character in that
Yeah.
game for me to really latch on and care about it. So
Nice picks.
it's not,
The
So-
founding fathers for your own personal liberation.
So we've got the literal founding characters,
Yeah.
the personal founding characters.
Yes.
Me, I went a little bit different as well. Different from either of you, actually.
Oh, this is good.
I took the founding video game characters to mean up until now, throughout the generations.
Okay.
So if gaming going forward was to be based on characters now, I guess from the last 30 years, those characters would be the Mount Rushmore of video game characters.
kind of like the archetypes.
Kind of, yeah, exactly. Well, essentially.
Okay.
From the beginning, the very beginning phases of video games, I chose Pac-Man to represent that entire the arcade.
Hey, he's my third one.
He was
The most important one.
Yeah.
He was important.
But yours is in the front position.
Who's your third one? Is that Nathan
Shepard.
Drake? Oh, okay.
Commander Shepard.
That's
And
right.
you know, on Mount Rushmore, the third guy is just kind of like stuck in the middle.
Yeah, he's kind of
The
like
other one,
pushed
yeah,
back.
Right.
So,
He's not as important, which is why he's important.
That's why we don't have a fourth person, so neither of us have to be the third out of 4. That's how the math works, right? If you have less than 4, you don't have a third. You have 1, 2, and
That
4.
makes sense, yeah. Totally.
Exactly. So yeah, Pac-Man. He was in my opinion, the defining character of the arcade generation, the Atari generation, the beginning foundation of what video games are now. It was trying to make the most out of what was capable with the restrictions that was on the hardware at the time. I have to look at my second one.
You don't have
No,
these memorized? They're their founding fathers.
I did this a week ago, dude. I've been doing my not work.
Prepared.
I actually do remember what my second one was to represent the introduction of the home video game console.
Ooh.
That whole era, I chose Mario.
Makes sense.
If you're gonna choose any character that defined a generation, it's got to be Mario from Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, and 3. The NES was the first major household video game console. It wasn't the first one; it was the first major one that was in every house. It was what popularized video games. When you thought of the NES, you thought of Mario. Everybody had that game. It was that and Duck Hunt. Everybody had those games.
I love it.
But
Is the dog your third one from Duck Hunt?
how did you? It's the dog and the duck, just like in Super Mario Bros. Or sorry, in Smash Bros. It's a combo.
yeah,
set.
yeah.
But no, it's not. It's not. My third one is defining the evolution of home games into multiplayer, and it's Master Chief.
Oh.
Yeah, didn't have any
touched.
impact on me personally, and I was actually swayed. I changed this 3 times because I was torn between Lara Croft and Master Chief, because Lara Croft was like the epitome of the third person action adventure, especially on the PlayStation. Because my first list was Nintendo, Sony, Sega, Microsoft.
Yeah.
It was going to be one of each of those, but I'm like, Sega doesn't even exist anymore as a hardware developer anyway, and their software sucks. Yeah, so I did end up choosing Master Chief on this one, but it could be easily replaced with Lara Croft. Depending on which route you want to go. You could say the 3D adventure game, or you could say the multiplayer game. I chose to go with multiplayer because that was the evolution of video games in the form that it took. It took couch, even couch co-op, but the online versus mode, it took all of that to a new level, to where games like Fortnite exist, games like Call of Duty exist because of what Halo did, and Master Chief is the face of Halo. My fourth and final one, my most important one, screw number 3 because I didn't care for Halo at all. I chose Tim from Braid. because Braid.
Oh, yeah.
Braid was the first big indie game that had a break. You know, the first indie game that really got out there.
That's true, it did, yeah. Xbox Live Arcade was huge back then.
I was gonna choose either Fez or Super Meat Boy.
I think you made the right choice.
But I think, Braid was more than just what it looked like it was. It was a puzzle platformer, but with a heart and soul that you really don't even understand until you beat the game.
Oh man, that ending was incredible.
That game, it just makes you think about everything in that whole game. When you get to the end of that game, it just makes you think about everything you did before that when you understand what's actually happening.
Picture
of
what's really going on.
It just shows you how big a little game can be. And it was the first big indie game, and I'm wearing a Shovel Knight t-shirt. I love indie games because they're the soul of video games to me right now. It's where it is, and I think those 4 characters are the evolution of what we know right now as the video game industry. Those 4 characters define it, in my opinion.
Nice.
It's a good list.
Good
Mount Rushmore.
I like how we each had a different take on the subject.
I love that. See, that's what I loved about this discussion, and that's what I want to keep doing in future episodes, is coming up with ideas that we can each have differing opinions on.
Push each other's buttons.
Yeah, we don't really do that though. We like to keep things positive around here.
Yeah.
Just
push each other's good buttons.
Ooh, that felt good.
If you want to see us really push each other's buttons, watch the microtransactions episode.
Oh, that was a doozy.
Sorry, listen to it.
That was a doozy, yeah.
We could have a follow-up. Do you guys want a follow-up episode? Do you guys want a follow-up episode?
I don't know if I'd have it in me anymore.
Oh, I could find it in you, and I
can
could tear it apart.
now.
No, it's okay. There's enough negativity in the world right now, and if you want
There is.
negativity in your life, what's wrong with you? And there's Twitter.
This is
So-
not the podcast for you. If
Yeah,
you want negativity.
This is the positive podcast.
We try to brighten your day. not
Even though
bring
we're
it down.
called pushing buttons, that's more of just the pun than anything else. And now we have the domain name, so we're stuck with it.
What can you do?
Oh man, yeah, that was a really fun topic. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it as well.
Yeah.
Even though I was not prepared for it at all.
What I'm really going to enjoy is hearing what other people have to say about what they view as Mount Rushmore. Because there's an argument to be made about pretty much any character, depending on how you want to interpret the question. You could say that...
What are the founding fathers of a certain genre of gaming?
Right.
Or, like, who's the founding fathers for a certain platform? That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many different... It's very open-ended, which is what I love about it.
Yeah.
Man, if we did one on, like, specifically PC gaming, there's so much. And I had a hard time choosing Master Chief over Gordon Freeman. I really did.
Let's have a little game. You want to play a little game?
When you ask me like that.
I was referencing the Saw series.
Yeah, that was way creepier.
The founding fathers of Marvel movies.
This isn't the Marvel episode, though.
I know.
That's still to come.
But it's 4 faces of Stan Lee. It's 4 cameos from 4 of those movies.
Stan Lee.
It's all Stan Lee.
We need a memorial Stan Lee, man.
Huh?
We'll have a little bit on our Marvel episode.
We will.
We were planning that Marvel episode so long, and
I know, we keep
Now-
putting it off.
one that was near and dear to my heart, Mean Gene Okerlund is gone. That was sad. I watched WWE's tribute to Mean Gene Okerlund, and it actually made me tear up.
Is
It
this
really
native?
did. No, we're
This is
respecting.
native? Okay.
We're respecting
We're
the
being respectful, positive.
honor.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we are trashing dead people for one, why? 2, yeah, then it'd be negative. But yeah, there's the last 2 years have been a roller coaster. I don't know how we got from Mount Rushmore. Well, I guess Mount Rushmore guys are all dead.
That George Washington was a real.
Whoa!
He's been gone for a while though. They've all been gone for a little bit,
Uh,
for a hot minute.
a little bit.
Yeah. Anyway,
Bless them. May they rest in peace.
absolutely, especially Stan Lee and Mean Gene Okerlund. Anyway, who would you put on your Mount Rushmore of games? Let us know. We are wanting to judge what you think about things.
Also, you
Let
can
us
judge
judge you.
us.
Please judge us. Let us know what you thought of ours. What are you on Twitter?
Monumentus cow.
What are you?
Too spooky for Robert.
Impulse G66. You can, all of us at Pushing Buttons P, you can go to our website, pushingbuttonspodcast.com.
Oh, and check out the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/pushingbuttons.
Bingo, bango, bongo box. Is that copywritten? Can I say that?
Probably.
I think you're good.
Ba ba ba. Anyway, we're not sponsored by anybody. And if we
Not
were
yet.
sponsored by those guys, I would have to probably rethink my life, even though I would love some of their money. That'd be great. Yeah, fast food
Yeah,
places.
given
have
these
money.
conditions, I'd say we're in dire need.
We're in a garage.
All great companies started in garages.
Nope.
right, that's
And bands. Bands did the same thing.
That's true.
Yeah. So we're going to watch this in like 20 years from now and be like, hey, remember when we were in a garage? And it's going to be because we're on the side of the street somewhere. Like, yeah, I'd love to go back to that garage.
I'll be watching this in my garage. When I get my...
Love the silence. Oh, Kyle says things and it's just, what? I hope you guys have enjoyed the lack of silence with us talking about this. However you're listening to this podcast or watching this podcast, thank you for taking part in our... Help me out here.
Our nerdness.
Yeah, our nerdness.
Nerdness.
Is that like a dance?
I was channeling my inner...
Sub-Zero
nerdness.
spirit fingers?
Lightsaber fingers.
Anyway, if you've
Thank you,
enjoyed
guys.
this, thank you for
Thank you.
enjoying this, but also click that like button. Leave us a comment, subscribe. I don't even know what's happening anymore. Anyway, we will see you in 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks' time. Until then, adios.
Bye!
Love you.